Hello, here I am. So sorry for the delay. If there's a little bit of buffering, we'll have to just live with that tonight, because I am so excited about what's going to happen later on in the show. Yes, somebody by the end of this show will be the winner of the new box set, Elvis Back in Nashville. Of course, we'll have This Day in Elvis History, photo and song of the week, the result of the poll. Don't forget you can call me free on Facebook Messenger and Instagram. So without further ado, let's get on with it, because we are what? Oh my goodness me, 20 minutes late. Was it really 20 minutes? And I was pushing buttons and reloading and restarting and all those sort of things. But I really do appreciate everybody that's stuck with me, because these things happen. As you probably guess, I am still on the old wireless internet, but I do have installation this Tuesday. But guess what? It's going to be really windy here on Tuesday, which means probably they will cancel the installation again. They don't want a man going up a ladder, I suppose, if it's really windy. However, we will live with it. Yeah, as I say, I am really so excited about what's going to happen tonight. In fact, I'm so excited, I'm almost nervous. Let me just do something here a minute, because I can see the camera is just not to my liking. So I'm just going to do something quickly here, if you'll bear with me. I'm just going to push that over there. And I am going to go into configure something. If you'll just bear with me a second. Now I am happy now. Put that down there. Right. So yeah, it's, to me, it's so exciting what is going to happen tonight, because you have supported me for so long. And just, you've been very generous buying me coffees and things like that, and super chats and all those sort of things. I felt that it was about time at least I gave something back to you. And I'm going to try and make this a little bit more regular now. I'm going to do giveaways on this show, Elvis giveaways, a lot more often. And I have got here a little bit of that. Elvis Back in Nashville. Somebody who is watching this show now, hopefully, will answer my call when I ring them live nearer the end of the show. And if they pick up, they will win that box set. Okay. So, as you can see from behind me, Elvis, it's G.I. Blues. We're going to go through the movies over the next few weeks, and I'm going to ask you to pick your favorite song from the soundtrack. And of course, we've reached G.I. Blues. Last week was King Creole, and the ones I shortlisted were G.I. Blues, What She Really Like, Frankfurt Special, Pocket Full of Rainbows, oh yes, and Shopping Around. Now, obviously, G.I. Blues is the title track. What She Really Like, that's the one that he sings in the shower. Calm down, ladies, calm down. And coming up later, there is a really cold shower photograph. Take my word for it. I hope you can hang around long enough to see that. Pocket Full of Rain, Frankfurt Special. Yeah, that's the one where he sings on the train. And with all the girls dancing in the corridor behind him. And then we have, as I say, Pocket Full of Rainbows. Now, this is an interesting one, because I will include a link to my song of the week, and later on, because I want to come to that as well. But this is quite interesting, because you see Juliet Prowse singing Rainbow, sort of echoing Elvis's song as he's singing it, but it's not Juliet Prowse. Some of you might have thought that it was her singing, but it was actually somebody called Lulie Jean Norman who overdubbed that, and Juliet is just lip syncing to it. And of course, I'm so distracted here that I should be showing you these while we're talking about GI Blues. So there he is, Tulsa McLean. A fine looking, there's looking at the publicity photographs that were taken around the time of GI Blues, you can see that Juliet and Elvis had a great look at that one, for instance. They had a great time while working on this movie. And they got on really well, and they clicked. And I'm pretty sure they had a romance as well, but Frank Sinatra wouldn't have been too happy to have heard about that. Lovely Juliet Prowse. We have a call. Hi Morgan, welcome to Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel.
Hi Steve, how are you?
I'm doing really well. It took me a while to get live tonight, but we overcame the technical difficulties.
Yes, my fingers were crossed that we were able to get past the technical difficulties.
As I say, thanks once again to everybody that stuck with me. These things do turn up sometimes, but we get there in the end.
Yeah. And you always try your best to get it up, so
yeah.
Thank you for always trying your best.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And as I was saying earlier on, hopefully in the next, couple of days, we'll have the fiber line in and then there'll be no problems.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to say?
I wanted to talk about my favorite Elvis song from GI Blues. I love GI Blues as a song. It's a great song.
Yeah.
And my other one is Pocket Full of Rainbows. I like that one a lot too. But one that you didn't include that I don't know if anyone else enjoys it in the movie, but I like the Heart of Texas when he sings that.
Oh, is that from GI Blues?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen GI Blues in a while. You'll just have to remind me when he sings that.
I'm pretty sure they're in a hotel.
Okay.
I think that's when I remember it, but I could be wrong.
Because I'm thinking you're not mixing this up with the Yellow Rose of Texas from Viva Las Vegas.
Oh, I may be.
Yeah, because like I say, I mean, I'm not 100% sure because it's been a while since I watched GI Blues, but I don't recall him singing that song. But anyway, you're picking GI Blues, and you're also picking
GI Blues and
Pocket Full of Rainbows. Yeah, now
those are my two favorites.
Yeah, now what do you think about the on-screen chemistry between him and Juliet? It was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very it seemed very real. Like it didn't almost feel like acting.
Yeah.
And probably for her, it probably wasn't acting because I don't know a single lady that back then that didn't love Elvis.
That's for sure.
So, but yeah, it's very good. And I like GI Blues as a movie. It's a very good movie.
Well, I think it was quite clever the way they obviously played on the fact that Elvis had just come out of the army to put him back in uniform to play army again.
Yeah.
They kind of overdid it though after a while, didn't they? Because they used it in Blue Hawaii, they used it in Kid Galahad, you know.
And I think they just tried to play on the fact that, Elvis was back from the army and back to singing and doing the movies. And I've read somewhere that he didn't want to do GI Blues right when he got out of the army. He wanted to go back into doing just music.
Yeah.
And Colonel said, "No, we're going to do the movie and you don't have a choice in that. You signed a contract."
Well, he'd been in uniform for 2 years, And then the first thing he has to do is put the uniform on again to film the movies. But I mean, again, all credit to Elvis. He was a true professional. He got on and did it in the best humor he could.
Yeah. And I think another thing he didn't want to do it was because obviously while he was in the army, his mom died.
Yeah. Yes.
So I think that definitely doing the movie, it brought up different emotions that he had to think about, and he probably just wanted to be done with the army, because I think in his mind, I think he thought him going to the army killed his mom.
Yeah.
So I think he just wanted to be done with the army, but the colonel said, no, we're going to do this movie. And while it's a good movie, I think there's a lot of movies that Elvis really didn't want to do, but was forced to do them.
Yeah. Yeah. He was very, very much obliging, wasn't he? And and to his detriment as well. Some of the things he agreed to definitely harmed him. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I think he wanted to spend time with his dad and just go back to living the life he was living before the army and before his mom passed away. And he had to go straight back into movies and then was stuck doing that till 68.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least after GI Blues, he got to play a different role in Flaming Star, and we'll be covering that obviously next. But then again, they did put him back in uniform for Blue Hawaii and Kid Galahad and all that. Although he wasn't in the uniform for long in Kid Galahad, that's for sure. Or Blue Hawaii. Okay, Morgan.
And I think
go on.
I think Elvis wanted to do a Western and different kind of movies that he didn't have to just sing.
Yeah.
And that was one of the main reasons why for a lot of those movies they picked Elvis, because they knew it would sell good because it had an Elvis soundtrack and Elvis was in it.
Exactly. That's what Hal Wallace said, didn't he? He said there's only one sure thing in Hollywood at the moment, and that's an Elvis Presley movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to do movies that he wanted to do and not singing and all of this other stuff that he was forced to do. He wanted to do his own thing with the movies, and because he was so excited when he got to do Love Me Tender, but then he got to do Jailhouse Rock and then lots of other things, but then he just was like, I don't want to keep having to do these movies where it's just all I have to do is sing, and that's the only reason they want me. He wanted them to want him because he could act, but he was never able to really show that off.
Yeah, I mean, at the start, they were, the songs were more an integral part of the storyline. But as they got into the mid-60s and everything like that, it was just, everything was built around, him singing 12 songs.
Right.
There was no rhyme nor reason to it. He just suddenly burst into song. He called them his Elvis travelogues, didn't he? In the end. Yeah,
and there's pictures of Elvis on sets of movies, and he just looks like he's just so not. Yeah, I mean, just bored that he doesn't want to have to keep doing all these.
Yeah.
And I think when he got to do 68, he was finally happy that he could go back on stage. But the Colonel was like, let's do a Christmas special. And Elvis was like, no.
Yeah.
We're not doing a Christmas special.
One of the times he stood up to him, thankfully.
Right. And I think Elvis should have done it more because it ended up being a good idea that he was able to, that he did 68, because that brought him back and led him through the 70s and not have to do all the movies. And he was tired of having to do so many movies. But I think after Blue Hawaii, he kind of was like, I'm kind of good. I don't need so many more movies.
Yeah. But by then, unfortunately, he'd signed all the contracts, and he just kept, and Colonel Parker just kept presenting him with the contracts, and he just kept signing them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, Morgan, thanks for your call.
Yep. Thanks for talking to you.
Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, very good point that Morgan makes there. Right, so before I tell you and show you the poll results, let's read out some of your comments about these songs on GI Blues. BP Monkman, hi Brian, says, I like the soundtrack. I love the song Shopping Around, not the film version, but the soundtrack version. Somebody else says, you made it hard just to pick one, GI Blues and Pocket. Anthony Goodhall, Tonight is So Right for Love is my favourite. Yeah, that one I didn't put on the poll. Kathy Pitts, it's Pocket Full of Rainbows for me, Steve, with Shopping Around, Frankfurt Special, and Did You Ever Close Runners Up. Ronald Holmes says, I like the mood and atmosphere of Pocket Full of Rainbows, plus it's a very pretty song. That's for sure. Danielle, hi Danielle. I voted Pocket Full of Rainbows, but it shares the podium with Big Boots, Doing the Best I Can. Another nail-biting poll. Hey, we've got Mark. Let's have a look at Mark here. Hi, Mark. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Steve.
How are you? Yeah, not too bad.
Thank you. Good. I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, it was a struggle, but I just kept trying.
Cool. Yeah, the topic, mate.
Yeah.
GI Blues, yeah. Great film. For me, Shopping Around, I think, would be my number one.
Yeah.
It'd
be interesting interesting to see how that did on the poll, actually, when I reveal it.
Yeah. It's such a great album. It's a great soundtrack, and I believe probably people say Blue Hawaii was the one that started them all, but probably when you think about it, GI Blues probably would be the one that started the mold of this kind of trend, because it did so well, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Yeah, it did. Yeah. GI Blues and Blue Hawaii both, as far as I remember, outsold Elvis Back. And that, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Blue Hawaii did. And as you say, it set the mold. It really, really did sort of, and then with Flaming Star and Wild in the Country not doing so well, it gave the Colonel ammunition to say, look, this is what they want. They want the beach movies with 14 songs, and let's take the money.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, it's just it's sad it went that way. It's a shame we didn't do one and then a stronger film, and probably did again a film like GI Blues and get back to the stronger film build. But it was all about the music, I suppose, and the soundtracks, wasn't it? Then?
Yeah, I mean, and financially, Elvis could not argue, because they were making loads and loads of money out of the beach movies and Girls, and Blue Hawaii and all this. And as we know, I mean, no disrespect to Elvis, but he liked the money. He liked to spend. He liked the lifestyle. He liked to be able to just go out and buy whatever he wanted.
Yeah, well, I liked his acting in GI Blues as well. I thought, because it was a different film from King Creole. Yeah. And certain scenes in the film, like I love that scene where he's fighting with the baby, with the sandwich.
Yeah.
He's so good at that. It looks so natural, and Elvis could have pulled that off, and he did.
Yes. Yeah.
And I thought that was really good. But for me, I think Shopping Around. Again, it's a hard one, but. I'll probably have Pocket Full of Rainbows for the second one. But
most people have mentioned Pocket Full of Rainbows, even though they picked something else like you. They've also said and Pocket Full of Rainbows. So it'll be interesting when we get to the poll. Well, thanks, Mark, for
okay, cheers,
and stay tuned for the winner.
I will do, mate.
All right, cheers, mate.
Bye, mate. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with what Mark says. It was a great performance by Elvis. Yes, as I say, Danielle says, I voted for Pocket Full of Rainbows, but it shares a podium with Big Boots, Doing the Best I Can. Another nail-biting poll. Lee Ash, I've chosen Pocket Full of Rainbows, but missing Wooden Heart on the poll. And number one for 6 weeks in the UK is a recipe for an argument. Thank you very much, Lee. I know, yeah. And here we go. This is it. I don't really believe it will be that much of a surprise when I reveal to you that, we'll just take Maxine's call first, and then we'll go back to that. Hi, Maxine.
Hello, Steve.
Oh, man. I can't wait for this fibre optic line to go in. I really can't.
Oh, no.
And we got there in the end. It's actually holding up really well at the moment. I better not say that. I'll jinx it.
Now, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Touching wood right now. So there you go.
Yeah. I knew. I was going to give it another 5 minutes, and if it didn't connect, I was going to have to say, "Is it okay for everybody if we do this tomorrow night?" But I don't know how many. I don't know how many people were going to be, free tomorrow night, and I don't know if I don't know if the winner would be free either.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point.
So, what would you like to say about GI Blues?
Oh, it's a brilliant film. It's funny. It's got sassiness and a bit of steaminess in certain areas, but it's overall a brilliant film.
Well, I hope people don't mind me saying this. Juliet was a very, very sexy lady.
She was, and I'm saying that as a woman.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I can see that Elvis is a sexy man, but yeah, Juliet. There was a good fit between Juliet and Elvis, I think. Yeah,
there was.
I'm not sure if Frank Sinatra would have been too pleased to find out what was going on, but
probably not. No.
So, did you pick a favorite song?
I did. I chose "Shopping Around," but I also like "Did You Ever," and what was it? What's the other one? "Blue Suede Shoes." That's a good one.
Yeah, he's. Do you know he fired that off in one take when they were recording the soundtrack?
Yeah, that's funny.
I mean, he's so used to doing it anyway, I suppose. But they fired it off in one take. I often think that "Did You Ever" at the end is a really fun sort of production number, isn't it? He looks like he's having a really good time.
I love the bit where he's just like where the Poison Ivy bit comes on and he's scratching.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And ants and all that dancing, carry off the bread. It's just it is just a fun film.
It is.
And with the baby and everything like that as well when he's singing Big Boots.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. So it'll be tricky for the next show to try and find a favorite for Flaming Star as well, because there's only a few. There's only what? Is there only two? There's only two tracks, isn't there? I think, because Flaming Star or Black Star, and then there's Cane in a High Starch Collar. They actually cut Britches out of it, didn't they? I think
so, yeah.
Oh, and hang on, Summer Kisses, Winter Tears as well. That's from Flaming Star, isn't it? So I've got a few choices.
I think they're all good songs for the movies.
Yeah. They hadn't really turned that bad yet. It was sort of when we got to the mid 60s, they started to turn bad. That's when I'm going to have difficulty with the show trying to pick.
Oh, I
know. Double Trouble and Old MacDonald.
I've not seen them ones yet.
Oh, okay. So stay tuned for the winner. You never know. I could be calling you.
Fingers crossed.
All right. Okay.
But good luck to anyone who wins anyway.
Thanks, Maxine.
All right, Steve. Cheers, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah. So as I was saying just before Maxine called, there you go. No real surprise. Pocket Full of Rainbows, 35%, but only 4% behind was GI Blues. What She Really Liked, 5%. Shopping Around, what Mark said, 18%. So, and I will tell you my favorite out of those very, very shortly. Now we are going to do Elvis Fan of the Month quiz. It's a new quiz for December. Maxine got her $25 voucher yesterday. I made sure she got that. And this is again for a voucher. And I might think of another prize maybe at the end of December instead of the voucher. Anyway, I will see. So if we are all ready, stand by. Maxine will help me out. And I think Dave is in the building as well. Hear 'em, Scare 'em soundtrack, Dave says. Yeah, I think he means that's the bad one. I think that's what he means. I hope you're feeling better, Dave. You can help me out with who gives the first correct answer as well. And today is Who Said It. So I'm going to say a phrase and something that somebody said. You've got to tell me who it was in the Elvis world that said it. Enjoy everyone who calls in, such a diverse family. Yes, that's right, Michael. Yeah. Wisdom of the ages. Do not anymore movies like that. Thank you again, Danny B-side and Steve. No, you're very welcome, Maxine. You're very welcome, and I hope you get to enjoy spending that on the Graceland website, or spending it when you go to Graceland next year. Elvis Forever says that was an awesome call, Maxine. Wisdom of the Ages is epic, says Elvis Lass. Hi, Michelle. Okay. Danny says you get your gift, Max. No, I don't think she spent it yet, but she definitely got the the gift voucher. Right. Are we ready for Fan of the Month quiz? Who said it? Question 1. What y'all doing? Back up. Let's get it on tape. See how it sounds. Who do you think said that? What are y'all doing? Let's back up. Let's get it on tape and see how it sounds. Now, let's see who the first person is that I think. Sam Phillips. Lou Dane. Right, I have got Lou Dane as the first person. Okay. And I am just gonna wait for confirmation of that. Yeah, can you imagine being a fly on the wall when that was taking place? It was like, hi Jack, Sam Phillips, yeah. It was like that live I did a few weeks ago, time traveling with Elvis between 1935 and 1959 or something like that, I think it was. And I said I would love to travel back to that day. Lou Dane got in first. Brilliant. Thanks. Yeah, Lou Dane was first. Number 2, the only sure thing in Hollywood is an Elvis Presley movie. Now, if you were listening closely earlier on, you will have known the answer to that. I forgot that was one of the questions as well. The only sure thing in Hollywood is an Elvis Presley movie. Who said that? Hal Wallace? No set 45 Grant. No set 45 Grant. Okay. I'm pretty sure it was no set. Yeah. Oh, a lot of Hal Wallace is coming through here. Hal Wallace. Yeah. Yeah. No set 45 Grant. I'll just wait for confirmation for that. No set says, yay! Yeah. Arkansas Dave. Thanks, Dave. No set 45 Grant. Yeah, when other movies were struggling to make money, or at least get back their budget, you could take an Elvis Presley movie to the bank. You knew before you even finished filming it was going to make money. So that's just the power and strength of Elvis. This might trip a few people up. I might have to give a clue to this. I don't know. Elvis Presley's death deprives our country of a part of itself. Who said that? Elvis Presley's death deprives our country of a part of itself. Now, thanks to everybody. Again, I can't express how grateful. Jimmy Carter. Well done, Duncan. Yeah, I can't express how grateful I am for the people that actually stuck around. I mean, 20 minutes. I didn't even realize it was 20 minutes. I was fiddling around. Wow, look at all those Jimmy Carters. I thought that would trip a lot of people up. Everybody is just so knowledgeable when it comes to Elvis. But Duncan, as far as I know, yeah, Duncan got in first. Thanks, Maxine. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I didn't realize I was fiddling around for 20 minutes trying to get on live and get this thing connected. So, everybody that stuck with me, thanks very, very much. Right, this is a sad one. Question 4. Well, you finally did it, didn't you? You ran him into the ground. This person was absolutely devastated when they heard that Elvis had passed away. And that was his immediate reaction. Well, you finally did it, didn't you? You ran him into the ground. It didn't feel like 20 minutes. It felt more like 10 years to me, Maxine. Yeah, Susan McIntosh, Lamar Fike. Yeah, they were at the hotel in Portland, Maine, and Lamar was just about to, thanks, Dave. Lamar was just about to get into bed, and he got a call to say that Parker wanted to see him, and he went down to Parker's suite, and Parker was on the phone, and he was on the phone to Vernon, I believe, or Joe, one or the other, put the phone down, said to Lamar that he had to go back to Memphis because Elvis had passed away, and that's what Lamar said to him. Well, you finally did it, didn't you? You ran him into the ground. And Parker actually questioned him. He said, what did you say? And Dave says Lamar was exactly right. Okay. Right. Question 5. How do you protect a man from himself? Who said that? Can we remember who said that? Don't forget, very, very shortly now, I will be calling somebody up, the winner of the box set. If they answer, they get the prize. If they don't answer, I have a second choice to ring. If they don't win, I... Okay, Dan Taylor, Dave Hebler. It wasn't Sonny West, no, it was Dave Hebler, believe it or not. And I believe the person that got that was Dan Taylor, but I will wait for confirmation. Yeah, it was shown on This Is Elvis when they were doing a press conference over the book. That wasn't Billy Smith, no. Dave Hebler. Right, I've got here Duncan Campbell was first. Are we saying that Duncan Campbell was first for the Dave Hebler? Arkansas Dave says Dan Taylor, so we'll go with Dan. Okay. This goes back a little bit, this comment. Question number 6. And it's... This is his last night at the Frontier Hotel, we regretfully have to say. Thanks, Maxine. Who said that? This is his last night at the Frontier Hotel, we regretfully have to say. Okay. This is his last night at the Frontier Hotel, we regretfully have to say. Not Sammy Shore, no. Shaky Green? No. Haha! I finally stumped you. I don't believe this. I'm going to have to strike a line through this as nobody is going to get it. I finally found one. I never thought I would stump everybody. Wasn't Shaky Green? No. Anybody that gets it is going to get a big... Okay. No, I'm not going to give the answer, Dave. I'm just gonna leave it at 5 questions. This is his last night at the Frontier Hotel, we regretfully have to say. Hi, Juan. Yeah, Jack, it is an obscure one, but I'm still hopeful that somebody will get it. Ed is close by saying the orchestra leader. Can't think of his name. I would have actually got this. If somebody had asked me this question, I would have actually got it. But that's because I am a nerd. I'm an Elvis nerd. Ed, Freddie Martin. Well done, Ed. Yeah, Freddie Martin. Duncan Campbell says Freddie Martin. Yeah. Jack Mullins, Freddie Martin, question mark. Yes. I'm just waiting for the... if you listen to the box set, Elvis Aaron Presley, from the Venus Room in the Frontier Hotel, that's what Freddie Martin says at the very, very start. He says, this is his last performance, we regretfully have to say. Now, I put in there Frontier Hotel to help you out. So there you go. Yeah, I think we should give Ed a... I didn't think it was that obscure, but maybe it is. Like I say, I'm a nerd. You know, I'm an Elvis nerd. So that was the first round of December's Fan of the Month quiz. We're going to do Elvis history, this day in Elvis history, and then we're going to do Song of the Week, and then we're going to ring the winner. So on this day in Elvis history, 5th of December, 1953, we have... Elvis worked at Precision Tool Company, operating a drill press for $1.55 an hour. 1955, Elvis performed at the Lyric Theatre, Indianapolis, as an opening act, along with Rod Brasfield, Mother Maybelle, the Carter Sisters for headliner Hank Snow. 1950. Oh, actually, I've got a picture. It's not great. It's quite dark. There's 2 pictures, actually, but there he is at the Lyric Theatre in Indianapolis. Like I say, unfortunately, it's a little bit on the dark side. 1959, Elvis's 3-day pass began at 6 a.m. 1960, Elvis started a 10-week run at #1 with the album, G.I. Blues. Here we go. Yeah, it's a real G.I. Blues night, isn't it? His 11th LP and 5th US #1 album. Music on this album comprised of songs that had appeared in the film of the same name. 1964. RCA announces the Elvis Christmas album has sold over 800,000 copies since being released in 1957. The album has sold 15 million copies worldwide. Here's some nice shots. Elvis at Hillcrest with his fans. That's cricket in the background. Cricket culture. Some of us would know and be friends with cricket. That's a great one. That's on this day in 1968. Then we've got 1970, the wedding day of George Klein and Barbara Little. Elvis arranged for everyone, including Vernon and Dee Presley, to fly to Las Vegas, where they attended the wedding in Klein's suite at the International Hotel. Glenn Campbell was at the wedding, as was Elvis's police flashlight, and he was wearing one leather glove. Yeah. Imagine having Elvis as a best man like that. I would just be And there's beautiful Priscilla as well. But Priscilla looked extremely, extremely attractive and beautiful in 1970. Now there's the flashlight and the leather glove and Glenn. Good friends, Glenn and Elvis. How cool does Elvis look? That's also Richard Davis and Red West with Elvis and Glenn. There's a fantastic shot of Glenn and Priscilla and Elvis. And as I say again, I know I keep going on about it, but Priscilla just looked fabulous. 1976, we have some pictures as well. Elvis had started out this engagement in Las Vegas with strong performances. However, he fell and hurt his ankle, which bothered him for some days. Recollections of fans and reviews gave us a mixed idea of the shows. On one hand, it was obvious Elvis was not in the best physical condition and he seemed tired and sad. But on the other hand, there was the performer who, as always, tried his very best to connect with his audience. That's why we see him sitting on a stool. He was giving his ankle a rest. So that was this day in Elvis history. We're going to go straight on to pick of the week. And as I warned you earlier on, ladies, this is a really, really cold shower photograph. So stand by. And again, keeping up the theme of G.I. Blues. It's from G.I. Blues. And it's the shower scene. I'll leave it up to you why he's holding up 4 fingers. There's many... there could be many reasons why he's holding up 4 fingers. Let's see if there's anybody who wants to comment on why he's holding up 4 fingers. Anula says, wow. Great scene that's where he sings What You Really Like. Really cold shower. And Maxine says, Steve, you're killing me. 4 more takes. He's saying 4 girls can fit in here. Okay. Let's take this call. Hi, who's calling Elvis the Ultimate Fan Channel?
Yes, this is Edwina English in San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, Edwina. How are you doing? Okay, Edwina, I'm just going to ask you to turn your sound off on the show, please.
Okay, let me see if I can do that.
That's no problem.
I don't see where I can turn it. Oh, okay. Okay, is that better?
I think so. I don't hear the feedback anymore.
Okay.
Yes, you're coming through loud and clear now. How are you, Edwina? Nice to have you on the show.
I am well and happy in San Antonio.
Good.
When I posted that I had seen Elvis in '57, several people asked me to call in.
Oh, yes.
It was really amazing. My uncle bought the tickets for my girlfriend and I. I lived about 70 miles west of Corpus Christi, which is on the coast of Texas. And he knew I was an Elvis fan and bought tickets for my best friend and myself. The tickets were $1.50.
Oh, wow.
And we had, it was amazing. He was a part of the Louisiana Hayride, as I recall. He was not the star, but I'm sure that most of the people that were there to see him, not the other Louisiana Hayride people. But he was actually banned after, and it wasn't because of his performance. It was because of the comedy act that came on before the show told an off-color joke.
Oh.
But because that happened, they banned Elvis for some reason. And I thought it was rather funny as he became so famous that Carpus probably couldn't get him back there if they wanted him.
And just remind me again, what year was this?
1957.
1957. Okay. All right. And
I pulled up the poster, but I think it was in July, but I couldn't swear to that.
Right.
And so it was ironic for me because I heard him long before I ever saw what he looked like. The little country town that I lived in could only get good reception of the Louisiana Hayride at a certain place. And so a girlfriend and I would park our car on Saturday night at the place we could get the best reception in order to hear him.
Right.
It was phenomenal. And then I saw him 2 more times in San Antonio, Texas, and even sold souvenirs at one of the times that I saw him here.
Would have this been in the 70s? Yes.
Pardon?
Would that have been in the 70s when you saw him in San Antonio again?
Yes, probably.
Yeah.
I could look, go back and look it up. I did not see him the very first time he was in San Antonio, and I did not see him the last time he was in San Antonio. But on another note, your profile picture of him with the little hat on, I have a doll that looks just like that.
I must admit, I'm sure seeing Elvis in the flesh was just electric, was it?
It was absolutely, my own personal opinion is I don't understand all the yelling and screaming because I want to hear him.
Yeah.
So yeah. I was not a part of the screaming and hollering and yelling group. I just, I want to hear him. And I don't know how they enjoy him when they're doing so much of that.
Well, I remember a reporter asking him early on in the 50s, what does he think of all the screaming and shouting and yelling? And he said, well, it's great, he says, because whenever I hit a sour note, it covers it up because nobody hears it.
Yeah, I guess that would be true. I know when I sold souvenirs at the concert, we were given strict instructions that once he came on stage, we could not sell souvenirs, and we had a specific place that we had to sit, which was the seats were not too bad. And so the girlfriend that had arranged for me to do this and sell souvenirs, at the end of the concert, she said, "Where were you? I looked all over for you." And I said, "I was up sitting where they told us to sit." And she said, "Oh, I was down right by the stage." And I wanted to say really bad things to her.
Yeah. That's a great. Well, thanks, Edwina, for calling in. And please call in again, won't you?
Okay. I certainly enjoy. I love this channel. I will tell you right now, I can't answer half the questions, even though I've been a fan for so long. But you've got other people that are far more knowledgeable about him than I am. And it's a pleasure. And I thank you for all that you do.
That's
very kind. Take care and have a great day.
Very kind. Thanks, Edwina.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, no, that was a lovely call. That really was a lovely call. Thanks very much for calling in, Edwina. Yeah, fantastic. Imagine seeing Elvis in the 50s and the 70s. Right, we're going to do the Song of the Week, and then I'm going to call the winner of the box set. It's no surprise. The Song of the Week was written by Fred Wise and Ben Weissman. In the film version, Juliette Prowse, as I said earlier, lip-synced to Loulie Jean Norman's voice. She can be seen singing along with Elvis in the cable car in the small German tourist town of Rudesheim van Rijn. I hope I'm saying that correct. He recorded he had 2 stabs at it before he finally got it right. He recorded some versions on the 28th of April in the RCA studios in Hollywood in 1960, and then May the 6th at Radio Recorders. And I'm going to include the link to that so that you can enjoy Pocket Full of Rainbows. That would have been my choice if I'd have voted in the poll. So we have finally come to the moment of truth where I ring the winner of the box set. If I could have, I really would have given every single person who's joined me on this channel and supported this channel, rang in, gave super chats, bought me coffee and so forth. But there only could be one winner, and I'm going to call that person now, if I can get the thing working. And this person, I hope, will answer. I had a lot. I better make sure I don't misdial. I had a lot of entries. I'll just double check this number. We had a lot of entries. As I say, only one could win. And I hope this person picks up the phone. Don't be shy. Are they going to lose the chance to win the box set? How long should I let it ring for?
Welcome to voicemail.
Oh no.
The person you have called is unavailable.
Oh no. Oh no. Should I ring it again? Will I give them one more chance? Okay, I will. I will give it. I will try one more time. Okay, here we go. So it's 1, 8, 4, 3. Now, I'm surprised that this person isn't answering, because as far as I know, I did see them on the comment section earlier on.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Could I speak to Jill, please?
Hello, yes. Speaking.
Jill Brett.
Yes.
Right, Jill, congratulations. You are the winner of the Elvis Back in Nashville box set.
Oh, my goodness.
Congratulations.
Steve?
Yes. This is my second time of trying. The first time it just rang out and I was starting to get worried.
Well, my cat was sitting on the phone and I couldn't find it.
I like it. And I thought, will I try one more time or will I just go on to number 2?
I was looking for the phone and the cat was sitting on it.
Ah, that's a great story.
The cat would have jumped off it. Oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
Well, congratulations. And as a lot of people have said, you are going to so much enjoy this box set because it's great. I hope you haven't got it.
No, I haven't.
Well, in a few days you will have a copy.
I wasn't going to get it for quite a while because of what with Christmas presents and everything, and my horse needed new rugs and that, so I thought it'd be well into next year before I get it. But, oh my goodness me, do you know, I feel bad having this because Elvis Lass, I won a T-shirt with Elvis Lass the other day.
Oh, did you? So your luck's in. People will think it's fixed.
I can't believe this.
People will think it's fixed. Right, well,
thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
You
won fair and square. I can't promise exactly how long it'll take, but I will get that ordered up for you tomorrow, and I've got your address.
That doesn't matter.
All right.
Oh, it's lovely. Thank you.
And congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And thank you very much for your support. I see your name a lot of the time on the comments, and it's just great.
Well, I love your channel. I love it.
Thank you. That's very kind. Okay, enjoy this, Jill.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
She sounded genuinely shocked to think that she'd won that. So there's a big cheer for Jill, who is the winner of the Elvis Back in Nashville box set, and congratulations to her. I am so pleased for her. I really am. And as I said, if I could have, I would have given all of you a copy of this, but as I say, there could only be one winner. And there'll be more giveaways in the future. And Duncan says, a lovely winner. That's awesome. Yes, I love your voice, Jill. Yes, she sounded very sort of timid, but I'm glad she picked it up. I really am, because I didn't want Jill to miss out on the opportunity, because as you said there, she said that she needed to buy other things and she wasn't going to be able to afford it. Well, now she doesn't have to worry about that, because courtesy of Elvis the Ultimate Fan channel, she will be getting her very own copy of Elvis Back in Nashville. I really hope you've enjoyed this show. I enjoyed it immensely when I finally got on. And thanks again for sticking with me. These things happen. So until Wednesday, when we'll have, again, this day in Elvis history, Elvis photo of the week, and another topic and so forth, and lots more. Please look after yourselves. Thanks again to all the great callers. I really enjoy when people call in. And once again, congratulations to Jill. I really do hope you enjoy this prize. If you do want to support the channel, you can do it by using the link below in the description box to buy me coffee. You're always very generous. So until Wednesday, look after yourselves.